Yo, what's going on, guys? Just got vaccinated here, back at it with another banger video. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the top 100 highest rated rap albums of all time, according to albumoftheyear.org. I am sorry for the lack of uploads recently. I know this is a bit of like a lower effort video, if you will, but I just thought I thought I'd do something quick and fun to sort of ease back into things. Of course, shout goes out to Hondas, or I'm not sure how to say it, for making these videos. Their channel will be linked in the description, along with the original video that I am reacting to today. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's see how much of these I've heard. W, that is a good album. I suppose I'll give my ratings for each of these. Daytona, I'd probably give like a 9. It's a really good record. Actually, I do love Lil B, but thank you, Bass God, that I've not heard God's Father. I've not got that further into it. Fuji's The Score. Some cool songs on there. Oh, that's a banger album. I'm feeling a 9. Like, I'm not even like super into the Roots. Like, I've not got into that side of Black Thought yet, but just that record is fantastic. Okay, I've not heard that. It's exposing myself as a poser already. Continuing to. Still not heard it. Oh my days. I'm not a real reviewer. I need to listen to some of these though. Speaking of, I mean, Black Thought just has that aura to his music. I like what I've heard from Lil Ugly Man. Okay, I didn't anticipate an entire video where I'm just embarrassing myself for not knowing albums. Oh no. This is not a good return. Okay, Graduation. Like a 7 or an 8 for me. It does have its misses, don't get me wrong. Well, I'd more say it has its miss, and we all know what song I'm talking about there. And before you bring up Barry Bonds, the song's got Lil Wayne on it. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that record, it has kind of soured on me just due to Kanye's recent behavior, and I know people will be like, "What does that have to do with the music?" But I just like, you know, like I get this feeling when I listen to Yay now, where it's just like, okay, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I love everything I've heard from Big Al. I need to get on that. Okay, shout out Hondas again. If you want promo, go email them. Same with Lupe. Everything I've heard from Lupe is fantastic. Okay, personally not a Boldy James fan here, but I've not heard that. Okay, I've not heard that album since 2020. But if I remember correctly, it'd be like a 4 or a 5. Like, I'm not a Boldy James fan by any means. Tupac. Nice. The 3-6 Mafia. Okay, now we're talking. That's a fantastic record. I think it's between an 8 and a 9 for me. Like, it's not my favorite Danzel album, but I think it's objectively his best, probably. Okay, very questionable. What is that? No way. Okay. Now we've got the album of the year biases shining through. Y'all already know I'm not a Peggy fan. For the album where he uses AI to make samples is the 78th best album of all time. Get out of here. I'm sorry, that's my own bias showing through. I don't like his music. I fuck with Blue. Blue's cool. That's my favorite Denzel record. I don't know. I think if I'm actually just rating the music on it, it's probably like an 8. But just due to like personal experience with that album, like that was one of the albums to get me into music. Like, period. So probably like a 9 for me on personal enjoyment. I mean, even then, like I don't really go back to it much, and there are things I don't like the JPEG Mafia and Zillakami collab. Like I like Denzel on the chorus, and I like the Denzel verse, and I like the outro. Don't really like JPEG Mafia or Zillakami's contributions. But like, I mean, even just like looking at that album and what it did for Denzel's career, like I might like shop now and do like a proper video on that album because it is truly like one of the most impactful albums on my life, which I know is kind of like a weird thing to say, but like it just means so much to me. Yes, we are float. Okay, Flower Boy, not my favorite Tyler record. That's probably Igor. But it would be between this and Chromacopia for my second favorite. I'd probably edge Flower Boy over Chromacopia. I'd high 8. Very good album. I've been meaning to listen to Black Cray. Like seriously. It's hard. It's a good song. I don't yeah. Nice to see some non-English representation. Like I think a lot of people discount rap and other genres because it's just less popular. And usually when it comes to other languages, they come from countries that have like their own regional music that's more popular. But yeah, it is nice to see them get their shot. Ooh, 1999. Nice record. I'm feeling a 1999 out of 10. Oh, for how much I love Mac Miller's music, I still need to hear Faces. Oh, I mean, I don't even know if I count that as a rap album. That's like a high 9 to me. That's a beautiful record. I listen to that all the time, which I understand is probably a poor reflection on myself, but it's such a good album, man. If I speak, I'm in trouble. 6. 100 out of 10. This shit's hard. I think that's another non-English speaking album. That's cool. Popping pills is all we know. Dun, dun. Probably Travis's best album, like a high 8 to a low 9. I like what Danny Brown does on that album. Probably go a 5. It's the most bearable JPEG Mafia album. I think he still comes off like an unlikable douchebag on it, but like Danny Brown more than makes up for it by being a very likable artist. So I don't know. That's like the best song on that album. Like honestly, if the whole album kind of sounded like that, I'd maybe see why people call it a 10. I personally would give it like a 7. It's one of those albums where there's a lot of creative decisions that kind of like don't make a lot of sense to me, and with its length, it does feel a bit underwhelming. But at the same time, it is Kid Cudi and it is Kanye production, which those Wyoming sessions was probably like his second peak after the whole Chipmunk Soul era. That's like that's Kanye's like peak, and then he goes through all the different things that he did with the more synth pop stuff on 808s, and then you get the more sort of grandiose stuff on MBDTF, and then the more sort of almost like industrial, like Death Grips inspired production on Yeezus. And then you get like the Life of Pablo, which kind of sucks. And then you get those Wyoming sessions, which like he absolutely killed out. I don't know. It's a good record. It's a good record. Tad overrated, but it is a good album. Sorry, I am going to readjust my seating position. Excuse me. I have been meaning to get into Mac Homies music for the longest time. Same with the Roots. I haven't got that far in the Death Grips catalog. I'm sorry. Also, haven't gotten into Doom yet, but I need to. I love everything I've heard from Doom. I love everything I've heard from Common as well. You want to speak about like Pete Kanye productions? Look at that Common record. Okay, this is just exposing me. Rap's the genre that got me into music reviewing, and I don't like. I've not heard any of these. I've heard songs from them, and I've really liked songs from them, but I've just not heard them. Yeah, go check out Honda's Spotify playlist. I've been kind of looking at them. Very cool. Haven't heard that in a while. Probably like an 8 or 9, I think. I do need to go back and re-listen to some Outcast. News of Bays is cool. Oh, what a song! That's probably like a 9 for me. Also, haven't heard that record in a long time. They're kind of albums I listened to when I was first getting into rap, and then just didn't go back to really. I actually have heard of this artist. Oh, that's a 10. 100%, that's a 10. What a record. Oh, the production on that song was nasty. Okay, Morning Job is. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Okay, not my favorite Tribe record, but still like a 9. Good album. I've been meaning to listen to that as well. Obviously, DJ Shadow, a massive legend in instrumental hip hop. I love every song I've heard from that album. I do need to listen to it. Same with that one. Oh, it is. Also not my favorite Tribe album, but still really good. Probably like an 8. Again, another album where I love a bunch of songs on it, but I haven't actually done that full listen. Oh, what an album! Ex Military is higher than the Money Store. Sorry. Oh, sometimes I might be introvert. That's an album I flip and flop on being a 10. I already have Flux by Poppy from that record from that year as a 10. Sorry. And I don't like the idea of having two, but that's just like pretentious reviewer brain. If I'm honest with myself, it's probably a 10. Like the one thing it takes away from it for me are those interlude tracks, but I just kind of like keep them. I use the hide song feature and just listen to the whole album. I like listen to the songs on the album. Sorry, just a ridiculous album. Like the soundscape on there is so grandiose and so big, yet it's also such a personal and like small details album. It's just beautiful shit. Like if you were asked, I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite rap album of all time, but if you were asking me my favorite UK rap album of all time, it would absolutely be that record. Little Sims is so good, and I can't wait for her upcoming album this year. I've been meaning to listen to Ex Military. I literally have the tab up to listen to it. Same with the Avalanches, I've been meaning to listen to that. Same with Pinata. I listened to Alfredo recently. Really like that. Okay, I need to get into Little Ugly Man. This is ridiculous. Okay, Late Registration. That's probably the best Kanye album. Like an 8. 6 out of 10. No, I quite like that album. There's things I don't like about it, but probably like an 8. Oh, that's a 9. 100%. Not even just on, like, a lot. I think there's been kind of this, like, re-revisionism of Jay Dilla's music, because obviously people only started really giving him his flowers properly, like, recently. But then people have also sort of been saying, like, I was watching the latest Hive Mind bracket, spoiler warning, by the way, and they kind of, I don't want to say they disrespected the album's legacy, but they kind of did, like, they made it out like it wasn't fun to listen to. It's an album that has been so massively impactful on not just the realms of instrumental hip hop, but even just in terms of sampling and um, how vocal hip hop is produced. It's such an important album, but it is also just really fun to listen to. Okay, JID The Forever Story. I have like a horrible relationship with this album. Like there is kind of like a resentment there. uh because every time I listen to it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's an 8. But then I never get the desire to listen to it. And then I like always see people being like, oh, this is the best album of all time. And I'm like, no, it's overrated. And then I go and listen to it, and it's not overrated. It's just that I don't want to listen to it. I don't know. I listen to like DiCaprio 2 a lot more, and I probably listen to The Never Story a lot more. That just says a lot about how I listen to music. I'll listen to like the fun albums. I won't listen to this. I don't even know why, because it is a fun record. Like you do have songs like "Can't Pug Me" on there. They're so fun and good. Another album from that artist. Okay, that's just like a song, but I really like Solace, like a 9. But as an album, it's like a 0 because it's not an album. Okay, I do need to get back into Outcast. Okay, I listened to that recently. That's probably like a 9 for me. Just some of the most like nasty and raw boom bap music. So good. And so many like diabolical beats on that album that are just like holy guacamole. Jeez Louise. Such a good record. Okay, I've been trying not to spoil this because I've been writing a pretty lengthy review on this album. And I didn't want to spoil it, but yeah, this is like a 10 to me. Such a good album. A lot of people kind of like reduce the album to really though and Ain't It Funny, but there's so many good songs on there. Like if you haven't heard the intro on that album in a while, go listen to that shit. You haven't heard Tell Me What I Don't Know in a while? Go listen to it. You haven't heard, is it Today? That's got the weird, freaky piano stuff. You haven't heard that song in a while? Go listen to it. It's such a good album. So, so good. Okay, that's probably my favorite Tribe album. There's one song. Okay, this is like a little sim situation where there's one song I don't like on it. But like using the hide this song feature, it is kind of like a flawless album. Without that song, it is probably really close to a 10, but because it has that song, I will give it a 9. But just some beautiful shit. I will say, I prefer JPEG Mafia in this almost sort of cloud rappy space over the like rap rock stuff he's been doing recently. It's still like a 4 though. Oh, 8. A rare Kanye album where you've got that amazing production, but you've also got good rapping from Kanye. Like I feel like a lot of the times it's one or the other, but his rapping on that album is actually up to standard. Okay, Lauryn Hill, another album that's had this re-revisionism where people don't like it now. And I think that's just people trying to have hot takes because like I don't see what the issue is with this album. I'm feeling a 10. It's just beautiful. Your time's sad. Oh, I've not heard that in a long time either. Like a 9. So many good songs on there. I have this album on CD and I listen to Nas regularly and I've still not heard it. Hear Me Out. I know he's gonna have another album later. I do really love this album, but I will give it a 9 just because of the other album that will be featured later. Just a fantastic album. And an album that I can go back to so frequently. Like, these are songs that I dream of, you know? Like, they're that familiar to me because even before I was getting into music reviewing, even before I really knew what I was listening to, the songs on this album have been in my life. You know, like I look at like a swimming pools, I look at a bitch don't kill my vibe, I look at um a mad city, a money trees. These are all like momentous bangers. But then at the same time, like they're not even my favorites on the album because you look at like a song like "The Art of Peer Pressure" and that's like my favorite Kendrick song. You look at like "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst." That's like maybe objectively Kendrick's best song. You look at "Real" and it's this deep moment of catharsis. It is just a fantastic album. Like, I'm not necessarily in the crowd of the I like T-Pab, but I don't like how it sounds thing. Because I do really like how To Pimp a Butterfly sounds with all its funk and jazz influence, and it's probably Kendrick's most fun sounding album to me. But I do really like the sound on Good Kid, Mad City. And there is still like a lot of ambition to it. Like I think a lot of people discredit it as this just sort of like main Kendrick doing mainstream rap, but like look at the outro to "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" or something like that. It's like genuinely beautiful. Look at the sample flip on "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst." Like it is just a wonderful record. Okay, that'll be number one, won't it? Yeah, Kendrick having the top two. That's such an album that you think do. I mean, what else are you gonna give to Pimp a Butterfly? Like, I wasn't aware of this until recently because I've been joining a lot of like servers and stuff with some of my reviewer friends and things. There are genuinely people out there that think that album's not a 10, and that's like mind blowing to me because it's like every other album. Like, I can see why some people don't have Twin Fantasy as a 10. I can see why some people don't have Lullabies in a Glass Wilderness as a 10. I can see why even like some people don't have The Money Store as a 10. Like I can understand that. But like To Pimp a Butterfly is just like universe music to me. Like that's an album that is so primally appealing that I think It's like almost like everyone should like it. Like I'm being an authoritarian about this. Oh, the Scottish came out there. Authoritarian. No, I'm being an authoritarian about this. I know that, but like, come on, like, huh? Like you're telling me right now, if I play these walls, some of my friends aren't gonna like it. These boys can talk. They tell me to swim good. Oh, it's just such a good album. You're telling me if I play oh, what was it called? You Ain't Got a Lie. You're telling me if I play You Ain't Got a Lie, you're gonna be complaining. You're gonna be in the car like, hey, haven't thought of a name yet. Turn this song off. Turn this TV off. Like, get up out of here. Like, out of here with that. Get out of here with that nonsense. If I play Institutionalized, you're not gonna bop your head. If I play Wesley's Theory, like with Wesley's Theory, I get it because it is a very sort of like extreme song. But still, you're gonna listen to Wesley's Theory and tell me that bass line isn't one of the best bass lines of all time. Like, I get that I'm kind of being a dickhead about this, but like, hmm. And like the whole like To Pimp a Butterfly is boring argument, like I just genuinely don't get it because it's the widest soundscape that Kendrick's ever done. You know, like a lot of people speak about To Pimp a Butterfly and they just speak about the lyrics or they speak about the poem, which is very understandable because it's one of the best written albums of all time. But like even you take Kendrick off it, and it's still one of the best albums of all time. Like literally, like instrumentally. You know, you've got so much. You've got funk, you've got R&B, you've got soul. Even on something like All Right, where you've got more of like a trap thing. Like, huh? I mean, even like a song like Hood Politics has an almost like cloud rap thing going on. It's so good. Get out of here. Okay. This video is like 3 times the length of the original video I was reacting to. So I'm going to end it here. Uh, I can't promise anything, but I think the channel should be back now. I've done 2 videos this week, and I will maybe, we'll see, maybe be doing a third. Maybe. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for staying with me through this year, because this year has been kind of ass. That's like why I've been gone. I'm gonna be real. But this has been a constant for me. Not just the YouTube channel, but obviously the Album of the Year community. It truly means so much to me that like people out there care about what I have to say about music. Like it's stupid. It's really simple, and it shouldn't mean as much as it does, but it does mean the world to me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you think. What's your favorite album of all time on albumoftheyear.org? uh, any of my takes you disagree with, I can guarantee people aren't going to be happy with what I said about JPEG Mafia. But the world is what it is. It's a beautiful day outside. Uh, I've had a good day. You're gonna have a good day, hopefully. I hope you have a good day. And yeah, um, this is the most meandering outro ever. I just need to shut up. Well, let me press. Oh no. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.